Welcome back, everybody, to Hayes Tech ROM Reviews. This is Dave Hayes, and I'm back with another review, and this one here is of Cyanide 7.0. I want to get right out of the way, guys. I apologize that it took me so long to get this out. I have some things going on with my real job, and also with the ROM. I kind of wanted to make sure that the one or two very small bugs that I did find was ROM inherent and not on my part. So I was flashing kernels and testing other apps and a lot of other things just to make sure that that everything was right. And I did have a video all ready to go, and I was going to put it right out this morning. I was going to upload it as soon as I got home. But I checked the XDA website, and Search A26 actually made me a zip for the 3-minute mod, so I wanted to get that on. Also, I didn't have a chance to throw a theme on here, and I wanted to make sure that Substratum was working without issues as well. And as you guys can see, I'm running a theme called Neon Colors, and I wanted to use that theme because it goes deep when it colors things, and it's kind of hard to explain, but that's one of those themes that if it was going to conflict, it would conflict. And so far, I'm having no issues at all. Themes are working great, and everything else is just working absolutely great on this ROM. The one thing that I found that it's not working, and it could be me, but I did read, at least in some of the posts that I had on my Google Plus community, that there were a few other people that had this issue, and that was with the camera. Camera takes pictures, no problems at all, but the video part of it, the camera isn't taking videos. It'll do the video, but when you stop, it doesn't save it. So that is the one thing that I found that's not working properly. Everything else so far as I can tell, is functioning 100%. And guys, remember, this is the first release, and it's considered beta. So it's wait till you see this is Cyanide. So we know Cyanide's already one of those over-the-top custom ROMs. And believe me, with this beta release, compared to some of the other Nougat ROMs that are out, the custom features that are in this ROM are just phenomenal. So we're going to get there. As you guys can see, this ROM is for the Nexus 6 Android version 7.0. So we're running Nougat, and I'll just check there for you guys. See? And hold down, and you got the little Easter egg there. So that's all functioning. You guys can see that it is Nougat. I'm running Elemental X kernel. Like I said, guys, I was flashing kernels to see if maybe it was a kernel issue with the camera. But I found that that wasn't the case. No matter what kernel I flashed, I still had that issue with the video. Plus, I am running multi-ROM, and the supplied kernel, which is Shift kernel, doesn't have Kexic hard boot, so it's not multi-ROM compatible. So that's another reason why I'm running Elemental X. But I will tell you one thing: the supplied kernel, which is Shift kernel, which is Brett's own kernel, it had some of the best battery life I've seen yet. It was outstanding. I highly recommend the stock kernel if you guys are going to run this ROM. You can see the build date for this was October the 18th, so this is only a couple days old, and I have it running and forcing right now. I'm not running Magisk. I am running the Super Suit that comes with the ROM. I really never even checked to see what version it was. 276. So there you guys can see it's version 276. It's working. I've had no problems at all with Super User at all, really. So that's another really good plus. So what we're going to do is, so this video just doesn't get crazy long, is we're going to go right into the Cyanide mods, and we're just going to run through that, all right? If you guys stay with me long enough, maybe I'll hit some of the other features, but this is what you guys want to see. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First up, we're going to do the animations. Quite a few animations for this being a first release of Nougat. Like I said, guys, you know me, I don't use a lot of animations, but they're there. If you guys want to use them, that's what is included. Next up is the expanded view. You can either tick that on or tick it off. I don't usually like to run expanded view, so I have mine in the off position right now. Next up is going to be the lock screen. You do have the double tap. It is lock screen, right? Yes, lock screen. You have the bottom shortcuts. You can put bottom shortcuts in, change it, what you want. I think it's even got the double tap. Yeah, you do have double tap to sleep on the lock screen. You have the doze double tap. And the logo is pretty cool too. You can actually change the logo. If you have your own logo you want to run, this gives you the option to do that. You just click on custom logo, go to your file manager, wherever you have that saved, throw it in. You know me, I like to stick with what the ROM gives you. If I'm going to run a ROM, I want everybody to know what ROM it is. So I'm running with the supplied logo, which is Cyanide's logo, and they do allow you to color it. And that's going to be one theme that you see throughout this ROM is all the custom color features that you can enable in this ROM. Next up is going to be nav bars. It does include Fling, just so you guys know. Now, haven't had a chance to really test it. It seems to be working for me. I'm in Fling mode now. These are the settings right here for Fling. And I haven't set it up to do anything, but I do know that by default, by swiping on the left-hand side, will give me a back feature, and that seems to be working. There, see, it goes back. So it seems to be working, which is really cool. Also, we have Pulse, and that's another cool feature. This is, like I said, the first ROM out that's including this with Nougat. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Smart Bar. As you guys can see, there are your Smart Bar settings right there. You have your toggle button editor, context button layout, all that. This is going to be where you go ahead and set up your Smart Bar. And back, and back. All right. Next up is going to be the Recents panel. Another thing you're going to notice in this ROM are font styles. You're going to be able to change the font style in just about every single aspect of this ROM, which is really cool. It's something you don't see a lot. So, I really didn't play around. The only thing I changed my fonts were my power menu. So if I hit the power menu, you guys can see I did change the fonts on that. So I think that's pretty cool. We do have a immersive mode. I'm running in the full screen. Then you have your clock setting and your date if you want to show that while you're in the full screen mode. Another cool thing I wanted to show you is the Recents panels actually themes slightly. As you can see, it's rounded on the top. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. I know there we go. Let's see, notifications are up next. Font style, again, it's set to coming soon. I thought it meant, well, it's coming soon. No, that's the name of the font style, coming soon. So you guys can pick whatever you want on that. And then, of course, you have the Force Expanded notifications. Next up is going to be the power menu. Now, here's where you go and set the advanced power menu if you want to disable it or hide it on the lock screen. I always have mine set as always. You do have the customize actions, choose action layout for the power menu. This is going to be where you actually add the buttons. Now, this is the only area I found that the theming, the dark theming or the night mode or the black part of theming, this is the only part I found where it actually has an issue where you can't read it. Is right here. All the other windows, all the other settings, it works great. You can read everything just perfectly. But all you have to do is click the add button, pick out what you want to add to it. I've already got several things added, and then you're good to go. Let's see. Again, font style. Show on lock screen. Yes, I like to have my power menu in a lock screen. And again, guys, color. You can pick all kinds of colors. It's just crazy how it is, and it's great. I just love that they do that. A lot of ROMs, even after they're here for a while, don't give you all these color options. It reminds me of like Broken OS and Resurrection Remix. These are the ROMs that I like, guys. You know, this is what I'm into, and I couldn't wait to get this thing on and running. And believe me, it's not letting me down in the bit. Next up is going to be the quick settings. Here's another feature that I think is pretty cool. So far, this is the only ROM that I found that give you the full 6 rows, and they actually work. Now, I've seen some that give you 4 or 5, and it never seems to give you that many. It always quits at 3 for some reason. This ROM gives you the full 6 rows if you want to use it. You can only go 6 rows, and then anything else you're going to have to swipe to the left or to the right. So, but as you can see, the animations look pretty cool. Everything works nicely. But we'll get to that. I'll show you that. They do have the animations for whenever you select something on your quick settings. This is the speed, and the animations are none, flip, or rotate. Let's see. Then you have your brightness slider and custom colors. Again, like I said, I haven't picked anything because I am running with a theme. Although, and I will get to that later, you can actually disable any theme that you put on conflicting with the colors that you pick. I know it's crazy, but again, it's just another cool touch with this ROM. And anyways, we're gonna go ahead and keep on going here. But as you can see, I mean, you can change the colors to just about everything. Font style again. Let's see. Panel configuration. This is going to be where you can set up those rows that I've been talking about. Right now I have it set for 6 and 3. Landscape 6 and 3. Now you can set that up however you want. You could go like your rows. You could actually go 3 rows and 4 columns. And then that would change that to 3 rows, 4 columns. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to the way I like it, which is 6 rows, 3 columns. And that gives me that look, at least, like Marshmallow and before that. Let's see, where were we at? So custom colors, panel configuration, quick pull down. You have your quick pull down, you have your smart pull down. You guys can set that up however you want. Next up is going to be the status bar. Battery customizations. Right now, I actually have it hidden. You can pick that however you want. You can go with circle icon. Whenever you pick that, it gives you more settings. And yes, you can color your battery, which is another cool feature about this ROM. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut it off because I am running the 3-minute mod, which thanks to Search 826 for getting that out for me. I really do appreciate that. And if you guys go to the XDA thread for the 3-minute mod for the Nexus 6, make sure you guys thank him if you download it. Next up would be the clock settings. You have right, left, center, or none at all, I'm pretty sure. Yep. AM, PM style color, your dark color mode, which I'm going to show you that, which is into the theme. You can choose your light theme, you can choose your dark theme, or I should say the black theme. Well, this gives you options to pick colors on either or. So, like I said, it's really cool the way he set this ROM up. Let's see, Cyanide logo. Again, I chose a Cyanide logo. I do have it running on the side. Yes, I have it on my lock screen. You guys don't have to run it there. You can pick the location and the color, which is another awesome touch, which they give you the color for both the light theme and the dark theme. Let's see, notification icons, yeah. Oh, and that would be to hide the logo if you get so many notifications. That way your whole status bar is not all cluttered up. Let's see. Next up would be the Cyanide button. Not 100% sure what this is. I'm guessing, and it's not. No, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe if you touch the Cyanide logo, it does something. Not sure, but anyways, you can do this with that. You guys, if you figure this out, let me know in the comments. I didn't get this far, believe me, guys. I'm still finding stuff in this ROM. So if you guys get that far, let me know, and that way, or at least post it so everybody else that reads the comments, they'll find out. Random, I'm not sure what that is. Double tap on the status bar to put device to sleep. Then you have the ticker and weather. Weather's working. Just to let you guys know, the weather's working great. You set it up. You can pick all your colors that you want. Font style. Your font size, which is another cool thing. I'd love to see that also for the clock, to be able to change that. Make that a little bit bigger. But hey, like I said, this is the first release, so it's pretty cool for what's out for a beta. Oh, and also, guys, remember, this is a beta, first release. There may be some bugs. Just expect it, okay? Make a backup before you flash it. Expect there to be some bugs. Although, other than the camera, I haven't found any bugs. That's pretty much it for that. Let's see. Volume panel. Again, color's the theme here, guys. You can go crazy with the colors. That is the settings under the volume panel. Next up is going to be the battery. This just shows you your battery life, how it runs, how it's been working. Don't go by what my battery says here. I've been doing a lot of testing and rebooting and and all that. So you don't want to go by that. But I'll tell you one thing: if you stick with the shift kernel that it comes supplied with, that kernel is very, very good on battery life. I will tell you that much. Let's see. Expanded panel. Oh, I didn't hit the back button. Okay. Next up is going to be settings. Now, this is going to be for you to change how the settings look. Like your drawer options, overlay colors. I mean, it's just crazy. Again. General options, font style, frag animations, and again, you guys can go crazy with the colors, and I didn't even get that far, so, there it is. Header options. Oh, okay, yeah, this is for you to customize the header. I'd love to see contextual headers, included in this, at least eventually. That's the one thing I really don't like about Nougat, is the way that header looks. It's just too small, and there's not enough going on there. I like the Marshmallow. I like the way the header was. It gave you a lot of information, and it was big enough that you could put a custom something up there, and But again, that's just my preference. I know a lot of people that like this the way it is. But as you guys can see, there's all the settings for that. Home screen. I'll just scroll down through here and let you guys see that. I just love the color changes, man. It's crazy. All right, and then weather. It's standard weather. It's just your standard stuff for setting your weather up. It's Yahoo provider. Pick a custom location if you want, which I always go with the one that I always choose. Gives it kind of like a roundabout where I'm at without actually saying where I'm at. And it's working great. As soon as I set this up, it popped right up on the top left hand side with my temperature, and it's working great, guys. Last up's just a system app remover, which I highly recommend you stay out of unless you know what you're doing. At least back up before you get in there. Okay, that takes care of that. Cyanide mods. Next up is going to be themes. Now, this is going to be where you go if you want to, change from this black dark theme to a white or a light theme. You have three options. You have your blackout, material dark, and material light. So those color changes that says set up for dark theme, set up for light theme, that's going to change if you have two different colors. Whenever you go to a light, it'll change to whatever you have it set up. So that's what that means. I wanted you guys to see that. You can also set up your wallpaper. Right here, you can go through your standard wallpaper setup. Also, let's see, and substratum. Now, if you guys download substratum, this is going to be where it shows up in your settings. It's right here. So just letting you know. And it is working great. I didn't have to do anything. Super Sue was set up perfectly. It's just working. Again, guys, the theme I'm running this time is neon colors, and I did that for a reason. Let me go ahead and back out of that. System UI Tuner, it's just going to be so you guys can pick and choose what you want to show on your status bar. You have your Do Not Disturb. I actually have mine set up. If I hit the volume key, it will give me that Do Not Disturb option. And then under Other is going to be the Enable Split Screen on the swipe up gesture. Under Display, quite a few settings under Display. Your heads up is under that, so if you guys are looking for it, that's where it's at. You do have the ambient display, tap to wake, cast, auto rotate. Of course, you have your battery light set up and your notification light set up. I really didn't go through to set up the notification lights. I do get a light when I get a notification, but if I'm not mistaken, it's not blue, it's white. Yeah, but under density options, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, okay, all right. We have our display and font sizes, which is what we expect in Nougat. You can change that if you want. It does have the display. Same with the font sizes. It gives you an idea of what it's going to look like when you change that around. But I've brought that up in so many different reviews already for Marshmallow ROM or Nougat ROMs that we're not really going to get through that. Under the sound settings, not a lot, just standard sound settings. These are your other sound settings here. And I think I'm going to hit security real quick, and then I'll also let you guys see what's under the developer options. If you want to encrypt it, you can encrypt it right there. Make sure you have your unknown sources ticked on. And then, of course, under advanced, you have your screen pinning and your app with usage access. And if we scroll down, we're going to come to the developer options. Again, guys, this is just standard what's in Nougat. There isn't really anything in here out of the ordinary. At least I didn't see anything. Make sure you have that Android debugging on. If I'm not mistaken, it's already turned on by default, but just make sure you have that on. And I can't think... Oh, something else I wanted to get out. The under drawing. Your Windows animations, it's set by default to 1. I usually, at least on Nougat, I found it runs a lot smoother if you put it at 0.5. You can run it however you want, but I do recommend to drop back to 0.5. And that's pretty much it, guys. At least the stuff that I actually change or I'm into on developer options. And that's gonna conclude this review of Cyanide 7.0. All I got to say, guys, is it's running great. I really, really love this ROM. It's leaps and bounds ahead in the custom feature department from, well, pretty much all the other Nougat ROMs that are out right now. Are there other Nougat ROMs that are, that run as smooth and maybe as reliable? Yeah, absolutely. But you got to remember, this is the beta release, or even you could call it alpha. I would call it beta plus, with just a couple small issues not working. And I guarantee you, Brett's going to get that straightened out pretty quick. So just remember that when you're flashing this, that this is not, yeah, I don't want a app extractor. This is not, this is not a, what he would consider his solid ROM. Okay, just remember it's the first release. It's in beta, so just keep that in mind. All right, guys, I've kept you long enough. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I do apologize again for it being taken so long, but I wanted to be thorough on this. And guys, I will see you on the next one.